Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I'm here to talk about dreams and premonitions. Premonitions is a strong feeling that you get that something's going to happen, usually something unpleasant. And dreams, they're made up of symbols. The symbols are the language of dreams, and symbols can invoke a feeling or an idea. I had a dream that I was going on a game show. So I sent off for tickets for The Price is Right. In the dream that I had, I dreamt that I was on stage. And there was an unusual type of appliance. It was a dishwasher mixed with a stove. But in this instance, because I had the dream, I got the tickets. Now, in the dream, like I said, I was on the stage of The Price is Right, and I had bet correctly for the washer and dryer, which that's what it turned out to be instead of a combination stove dishwasher. I guessed right, and that was basically the end of the dream. So in having the tickets for The Price is Right, my brother and I, we went, and it happened like the dream. I played the grocery game and I won that. Where you have to guess the price and how many you want, and you have to be above a certain minimum price range and the high. You can't get over the high. So I won the baby grand piano. Beautiful black lacquer baby grand. And I won the showcase, which was a trip. I won a car, and I won a canoe, and I think that was it. So to me, that was a combination of a dream premonition, because I had the feeling that there was something to that dream. So that's why I decided to send for the tickets. I had this dream of this man, and I was afraid of this man, and he was after me. And that's the end of the dream. But as I woke up for the dream, I was awoke. When I woke up, I saw just a fade away of an image of a man. And at the same time, I was screaming at the guy. And that was the end of the dream. It shook me, and I didn't know, in that premonition, that borderline vision, you would say. It shook me, but I tried to erase it out of my mind. So and this was a while ago, I had a job that wasn't far. I was living in Los Angeles. I had a job that wasn't far from the area I lived. And I figured I would save some money instead of taking the bus, because it was close. So I saved some money. I'd just gotten the apartment. I hadn't been there 2 months. So I decided to walk home. Not a good idea. It was dark. So as I was walking home, the dogs were barking in the area, and that startled me. I mean, I was just uneasy for the whole walk. And I was like halfway at this point between my job and where I live. So I decided to continue the walk home. So just looking around, being very paranoid, I finally get to my apartment. The way my apartment was, it was in a building. All the apartments was in a building. You go inside the building, and your individual apartments are inside the building. The mailboxes were as you walk into the building. I get my key, and I'm opening my mailbox, and I hear something behind me. So I look behind me, and it was a man. And I was just getting ready to say, "Oh, you scared me." And I turned around, he grabbed me by my neck. And I remember him saying, "I don't want to hurt you." And I told him, because I had just gotten paid, I just got paid. You could have my purse. You know, you can have everything in my purse, anything you want. Just let me go. And he told me, I don't want your purse. So he drugged me to the garage. They were not really garages, but they were like enclosed carports. He drugged me in there, and he started telling me to take my clothes off. And I'm thinking, I don't know what's going to happen, but this is not going to happen. And this was years later, after it was an attempted rape by a family member's husband. So that came up in my mind. But I said, this is not going to happen. So he started telling me to take off my clothes. So I'm slowly untying my shoelaces, and I had on gym shoes, gym shoes, and I start untying those real slowly, like tortoise, real slow. I'm taking my shoe off. I hadn't gotten the first one off yet, and he's telling me, hurry up. So I'm going to the other shoe and taking my time, being slow, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? As I'm thinking that, a car passed by the carport. Headlights on, and it's dark, so the headlights was, parallel. The car was parallel to the parking structure. We both saw it. The perpetrator and myself, we both saw the car. So the car moved. There's nothing I could do, because he's looking at me like, you scream if you want to. So the car is passing by, and it's gone. So he's telling me to hurry up. So I'm getting ready to take my socks off, very slowly. So the car comes back, the same car, and slowly passes the structure. We both see it. This happened about 4 times. The cars just, it was strange. And there was nothing I can do. But on the last time, the perpetrator got afraid, scared, and ran off. So when he ran off, I ran off too, and the car was pulling off, and I'm grabbing the car door, pulling the guy that was driving because his door was open, and trying to tell him excitedly what's happening. So he's, I get to tell him most of it. He says, now this guy could have been with the perpetrator, but that didn't even go through my mind. But I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, he could have been, with the guy. But the guy ran, so, not so much. So anyway, the guy took me to his wife, and where him and his wife lived. And for some reason, I trusted him. I don't know. I trusted that he wasn't going to take me anywhere and do something to me. And so I'm telling him, I'm telling his wife what's going on, and he tells all of us, this guy, he says, you know what? Me and my partner, we were going out to party. We were going clubbing. My wife and my kids, they were okay. So my partner's telling me, come on, man, it's late. So he says he drives off. He could not get out of the parking, out of the driveway to the complex. He would have this overwhelming feeling that something was wrong. And so he would back up, and his partner would say, man, you just left them. Nothing is wrong. Let's go. So he would head out again, but he couldn't get out the parking driveway. So that's why he was going back and forth. He could not leave it for that overwhelming feeling, that unpleasant feeling something was going to happen. Premonition. So that's when I grabbed him, of course, and was able to get away. Now, one part I didn't tell you is the guy, and I figured out years, when he grabbed me by my neck, I know he had a brown flowered shirt on. And this guy, when I was telling the guy that was driving what was going on, partly, and we continued the conversation because this guy came up and we didn't want to hear, him to hear anything I was saying. He came up and he said, and I remember this. Then afterwards I remembered he had a flower shirt on. But he said, this day and age, people are still raping people. We had not mentioned rape, but for some reason it didn't click in my mind, and it didn't click in the driver's mind to say that in front of him. So he might have had a gun, knife, or anything and to kill both of us. I don't know. But have any of you guys had a dream that's come to pass, or premonition that something bad was going to happen and you didn't know what, but you had that overwhelming feeling? So sometimes you stay at home, you have plans, and if you get that feeling, stay home, that wherever you're going to go, it's not going to happen. I was told by a family member he was going someplace and he was told not to go. But he rebuked it and he went. When he went to his destination, he fell ill. And now he wonders, what if I didn't go? Because him falling ill and the amount of time that it took to get to the hospital, a lot of damage had happened. So follow your mind about strong feelings that you have. Don't go there. Don't have this person over. Don't let this person know where you live. A dream that could be a combination premonition. We have intuition. Ladies seem to have it more, I think, because we're so in touch. Men have it too. Follow that feeling of dread if you have it. So I'm going to finish this video. I just want to come on and just share that with you because I do believe in dreams and premonitions. And I do believe that divine intervention is behind it. A warning to you not to go through with something. So I'm going to leave you right there, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, I want you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I want you to give me a like and also make comments. As I said, let me know if you've had some experiences. Don't go into a lot of detail because, whatever you feel like you can get the point across. And if you'd like, I will make a video, and with your permission, I'll read your comment. I'll read your premonition or your dream that you've experienced. So again, I'm going to leave you for right now, and I'll be back with another video that you'll enjoy. Thank you for joining me.